Having a teammate go AFK in Apex Legends really is a bit of a downer, and sometimes things get even worse when both teammates drop off the server, leaving the third on their lonesome with the impossible task of carrying on by themselves. And it pains me to inform you that today, I was that teammate. I was that person who let my squad down, and I was the one who almost cost us everything. My name's Tagg, and I am the greatest gutter tier gamer on the face of this earth. If this is your first time tuning into the channel, we tell movie-style tales here, recounting the narrative adventures of a consistently inconsistent player in the hope of finding a wholesome lesson so that others realise that gaming is more about the journey than the result. The games you'll see here were played live on Twitch, so when I'm seemingly talking to myself, it's actually to the 10 people who were in attendance watching at the time. There were more, but we had to ban them all because they kept trying to coach me. Anyway, for those of you expecting ranked gameplay today, fear not, you shall be getting some. But first, today's video is sponsored by, and don't you dare skip this promo, because today is finally the day where I will convince you to download Raid Shadow Legends, a game that I have truly fallen in love with. It's an old school turn-based RPG, which I keep forgetting is actually a mobile game because it's cross-play on PC, which is where I mostly play it. There is a beautiful single-player campaign that spans across 12 chapters and 4 levels of difficulty, and you recruit champions, design your own team from loads of factions that you can find in the levels themselves or summon them through the portal. The champions are categorized into roles such as supports for heals, defense heroes for shields and buffs, and then all-out attack heroes such as Talia here, who can be found hacking enemies to pieces with a ludicrously humongous sword. I mean, look at that thing! Now there's tournaments as well where you can compete for awesome rewards, and right now it is time for me to get back into the arena because I've been too busy fighting the clan boss with my friends. This tournament rewards those who slaughter the most enemies in the arena, so I'm gonna absolutely destroy— okay, maybe not you. Always helps to look at the enemy team power. I will destroy this lesser being in front of me instead. Hey, choose your battles, guys. Choose your battles. That's how winning's done. Go to the video description, click on the special link, and if you're a new player, you will get 100,000 silver and a free awesome champion, Hexweaver. You will find your extra rewards here in your inbox for the next 30 days only. Let us jump right into the game where I betrayed my team's trust and left them without eyes in the sky. Those of you who know me well will know that you don't see a whole lot of crypto gameplay here, but then you will probably also know that I have been cycling through the legends recently like a world buffet bar. Looking for an action-packed game, I did the obligatory nosedive straight out of the jump ship with the intent of getting as much combat as possible in the early moments of this match. Wait a minute. Back in the character select screen, there was a little moment between player 1 and player 2 where they both tightly hugged Wraith, right? Player 2 didn't want to let go of it, and then they just let the gods decide what they would get. They got Revenant. I know they got Revenant because you see that your squad screen and it tells you clearly that's Revenant. So how is it that they're Pathfinder now? It doesn't matter actually, as you'll find out in a minute. As we made the initial scramble for loot, the kill feed filled up with plenty of names, but amazingly, nobody else had joined us in this area, which was just as well because, while our Pathfinder hadn't moved an inch since we landed, it looked like we'd be going to the next area without them. But then, just as we were leaving to go towards Hydro, I got a phone call. That's my daughter calling me. And that is a call I will most definitely be answering. So, YOLO. Hello? Now 2 teammates were AFK, and whilst the stream found it immeasurably cute that I prioritised a chat with my oldest daughter, would you like to say hello to the people I'm talking to right now?
Hello?
The fact remained that I had now effectively ditched our teammate who was left trying to work out what they should do. Before long, Pathfinder disconnected from inactivity, and if I didn't come back in time, so would I. The timer counted down, and Wraith loyally hung around to see if we would return. This is the sign of a good teammate, by the way, and because of that, we shall now refer to them as their player name, Comanche 1971. But as the ring closed, they now had no choice but to leave us to our fate. And then the game kicked me from the match as a result of chatting away to my beloved daughter who, by the way, ever since raising her, other parents would sneer at me for praising how perfect she is. I mean, when she was a baby, they'd say, "Oh, wait till she's a toddler, then you'll see how hard it is." As a toddler, nothing changed, an amazingly well-behaved child. And then it was, "Oh, wait till she's in school, then you'll see how hard it is." The only thing I saw was a happy kid who loved life, and now they're telling me as she's approaching her teenage years that I'm going to get the shock of my life, and I just realised that these people are actually just terrible parents projecting their problems. Anyway, wrapped up the phone call, logged back in, see if we could salvage this match. We're back. I'm coming, dude. I got disconnected. I'm back. You know when you say to someone, hey man, I owe you one? Well, in this case, I think we can safely say I definitely owed Comanche a debt for believing that his squad might reform in some way. Because they trusted to hope, I would fight harder in this match than any other to ensure victory. Okay, we're running short on victories on this channel, but I think we can all agree that if anyone deserves a win right now, it was Comanche. Approaching Forest Station, a battle raged all around us. But then, I heard the familiar noise of a teleporting bracelet. This was awful. I left Comanche alone before, and here they were again, surrounded by enemies and almost no chance of surviving to the end without some kind of team backup. But then, with a name like Comanche, shading that with the Native American nation, who are also known as Lords of the Plains, perhaps the spirit of the warrior could be channeled, my banner recovered, and another shot at redemption could begin. Not that I deserved it, but I was their only chance at this point. Okay, look, at first I thought Comanche was just checking to see if anyone else was there, and then I started to realise that I don't think they know how to climb at all, but that's no reason to count out my teammate, my Comanche, my new warrior friend. Now we were back, armed with a loadout that bookies would be placing us as a firm underdog with, the Alternator RE45, but there was no time to look for anything else while the ring ushered us westwards. However, these nifty little light ammo weapons that I'm currently carrying are constantly overlooked due to the amazing range of firepower alternatives available in Apex, but I can assure you these guns are no pea shooters. All we needed now though was a body shield, then we were ready to go to war. I'm getting a body shield. Wow, that guy really wanted him. Like, really wanted him. Let's get that shield. Uh-oh. The thing about Crypto's drone is that people tend to shoot it down, and the reason for that is because of its power to tag enemies and track their movements. So if I was allowed sight on my enemies for any reason, then I'd be seeing through all sorts of weather, whether it be clement or thick fog. As many of you know, I am rekindling my love for the gun of Rambo, which was on display in the last video. You didn't see me! You didn't see me! You didn't see me! Then I locked and loaded the R99 Spitfire combo, but I had forgotten that this was actually still a trios game, which meant that my caution levels were much lower than usual. I don't know why I even said that. I simply don't care. With only one shield cell, there wasn't time to look around. I decided to swap out my armor as there was still a pesky lifeline somewhere to finish off. But where did she go? Shit. Yeah, with 6 medkits I could open a hospital right here in Kings Canyon, but with a minor adjustment to the inventory, we could concentrate on sending our enemies to one instead. Only 2 other squads left to fight. It was time to send out my drone to see who else was skulking around here. As Comanche's body disappeared and was replaced by a death box, picking up their banner was nothing more than a symbolic gesture at this point. A kind of, you know, hey man, whatever happens next, you've got a front row ticket to our victory, or more likely, my sudden demise. And with a heavy heart, I engaged the drone just to find out how many enemies I'd been dealing with. Right, well, apparently whoever it was just vaporized outside the ring, so... yeah, a comeback story from AFK to victory, from a man who hardly plays crypto. Perhaps I could even translate this success to a ranked game. We had to find out. Landing into runoff left us with the serenity that only sludge can provide, for the muddy embankments on the far west side of the island might smell like a pig farm, but definitely yield plenty of usable loot. As we journeyed eastward through Bunker, it was time to find an appropriate hidey hole to allow me time to scout with the drone. And the more I thought about it, the more I realised how good crypto could be for ranked modes where the map is full to the brim of opportunists waiting to pounce on unaware enemy squads. But we had a Watson as well as a Bloodhound, so our synergy at first glance kinda looks trash. And maybe you're right, but 2 sets of scannable eyes are surely better than 1, and if we needed to bunker in, we'd have a very good idea where combat would be starting. Holy crap. Wait. Let's push that. Look, I know a lot of people don't like the longbow, but honestly, I do. In moments where I don't know how aggressive my teammates are going to be, it really helps to have something just to give them an excuse to push forward from, assuming I actually land any shots. But as we moved towards one of my favourite zones, I realised I was starting to enjoy having Bloodhound for the close range scans and me for the super long range scouting. Okay, just one sec. Just going to EMP. Sometimes when I'm using the drone to look through windows, I wonder if crypto is the kind of guy to catch someone taking a number 2 and then sending it as a video message to all the other legends for a good Friday night laugh. I'm coming, dude. That's the Watson down. Let's go push that if you like. Oh, there's a caustic in here, dude. We're gonna have to deal with him. Okay, dude, I'm gonna come pick you up now. Yeah, that could have gone a lot worse than it actually did. So Watson led the charge north, for the allure of the care package was too tempting for them. But the trouble with breaking formation in the later stages of a game is... Can you come back, dude? Yeah, the only way to save this match would be to protect a revive, and the only way to do that would be to actually land my shots. Alright, we can't push that yet. One down, let's go. That's a bang one, yeah. Can I get up here? Oh wait, dude. Take some damage. There's a res going on here. Well, they may have rezzed, but the end result was still the same. The ring was closing around artillery, 6 squads left. I was in positive RP for once, and Watson was about to show her true qualities in a ranked game. There's someone on the high ground on the tower. Let's have a look and see where they are. Just crawl inside, dude. Adventurer, you hear the sound of someone rezzing outside. You have a chance here to revive at the same time so you are all well prepared for future encounters. Or do you go outside and interrupt that revive and fight them? Do you fight or revive? Fight or revive? You already know what I'm gonna do, and I don't want to hear a word about it, alright? One sec, someone's rezzing outside. Alright, dude, let's get him. GG, boys. There you go. That is 2 victories in a single video. That might well be a record. And yes, if anyone's wondering in the comments, I am now a crypto main. Until the next video. Have a good weekend. Catch you in the next one. Later.